Thank you, Neil, for a beautiful introduction and details about what we're here for. I want to encourage you to think of us being here today together as activists in a campaign to stop violence, and that when we join each other and make connections, we reduce our own isolation. Isolation is one of the most significant and serious problems for women and children who live with family violence. So reach out, make connections, help each other. Some of the women here today, some of the young people, maybe some of the children too, have been harmed by family violence, and to you I say, I respect you. I respect you for what it is you've needed to do to be here today and to continue your life as community members. I want to say to you that it isn't your fault. Just today, to mark this day, which is the International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women and Children, and also a White Ribbon Day, some research was reported that tells us that women continue to accept responsibility for the violence they're subject to. So do young people and children. This is not okay. So, men, I say to you, be on our team. There are many good men who've never harmed anyone in their life. Thank you, congratulations. For those who do, you're harming others. And it's time to talk about it, to reach out and change that, and you can. The research showed that Australia is still committing violence through the attitudes we hold. And some of those attitudes are attitudes like, boys will be boys. It doesn't sound very dangerous, but it is if it gives permission for any form of abuse. And we hear too that many Australians still think that there's behaviours a woman can have that permit violence, that she was out too late, that she wore the wrong clothing, that she didn't support her partner or husband in the way he expects to, dinner wasn't right, the children weren't being cared for properly. It's never okay. And to those men I say, stop. I don't need to define the problem for you in professional terms, but I will say that when a man expects a woman to do as he asks, he's not being reasonable, and that is a controlling behaviour. When a man behaves in a way that has a woman or a child fearful, he is harming them, and he doesn't have to raise a hand to do it. So many times we rely on images of physical assault to make our connections. No, if she's got a churned up tummy, if she's worried and hunched, if she's got sweaty palms and a racing heart, she's fearful, and that causes harm, and it does to her children too. And when does the harm start? It starts when the children are in utero. So if their mum is fearful, there's a whole range of physical responses in her body that affect how that unborn baby is developing. And so that continues throughout their life. And instead of children enjoying that precious childhood, it is so important we want them on the swings with nothing to think about but the breeze and the blue sky. But they're not. Children that are too quiet, too obedient, might be saying to us in their behaviour, I'm not okay, because a child that is safe explores, and a child that is safe is curious, and we need to intervene to keep them safe because they'll play in a free way. How wonderful, that's what we want. And we have young people who are at school withdrawn and not performing well with their studies. Well, we need to reach out to them, because family violence at home stops children concentrating and they can't perform well at school. I could continue this discussion for a long time. And the main harm, there's so many, but then if those very same children and young people enter their first adult relationships, normalising those experiences will so our intergenerational violence continues, and we want to stop it. So everyone here is very important. Everyone here has a significant role to play. As Neil said, I signed up a long time ago, and you can sign up in many ways. It might be an email to a politician. You can make that in your own house. It takes 5 minutes. Do it. It might be being an activist in this community and making this event reach more people. Fantastic. In any small way you can, do something and it will make a difference. There is hope. We will change this. We need equality between men, women and children. We'll have that one day. And the fact that you're here tells me we will. Thank you.
Thank you, Kerry.